Hey, I want to welcome everybody to the latest episode of Taco Tuesday. My name is Luke. I'm one of the pastors here at the Vineyard, and today I'm sitting with John. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good. So your last name is Rowland.
Rowland.
Pronouncing
Roll
that
it off
correctly?
the tongue. Rowland.
Yeah, I like that. That's a cool name. Yeah. So we got tacos from Coloca's on Main. If you follow our YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, then you probably know that we love those tacos. We just picked them up. So we're gonna get to know. Yeah, let's check these tacos out. Actually, we do have napkins. So for those of you who have been known to complain about me not providing napkins, Coloca's provided napkins today. So just gonna put that out. I don't use napkins.
And they got utensils.
Yeah, I don't use those either.
You got your little.
I just go right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we both got carnitas. Yeah, 3 carnitas tacos. So, hey, kind of the goal of these Taco Tuesday videos is, an opportunity for people in our church and then also the community to get to know people. And so, what brought you to the Vineyard?
Well, I'd like to say it was Jesus.
Oh, so, you're gonna go with the super spiritual? That's okay.
So, the wife and I have been in South Cottonwood for about 10 years now. Moved out of Bella Vista down this way. And we've been going back to our home church in Palisadro and, the travel. And so actually my brother-in-law had told me about some vineyard in Idaho. And then a friend of mine mentioned vineyard. And then so
you showed up.
Long story short, it was like, hey, let's check out the vineyard.
Yeah.
And at first I was a little skeptical. Like, I don't know, man, I'm kind of comfortable just watching YouTube. And
doing the online thing.
Yeah. So, but
it's hard to deny the comfortability of YouTube
home.
church. Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, I felt right at home as soon as I walked in the door. The greeters were awesome. And then I looked up and you were up there on the podium, and I didn't know you from Adam, but it was like, then I found out you were the preacher, or one of, right?
Yeah.
And you got the flip-flops on, the shorts, the head, the back, the hat.
I got a haircut, just to be very clear.
Right?
I know.
But I was just like, oh man, I'm home.
Oh.
So, we just love it here. We just love it here.
I remember when you and your wife came, because you were, so as a preacher, it's nice having people who seem to actually enjoy being here. And you seemed like you were, well, also too, your faith seems genuine. You like when we're worshiping with music, you participate, and you're fired up. And then we got together and hung out and talked a little bit, and I was like, oh. But it took a long time because, like, every Sunday I was always like, my wife and I would be like, oh, you gotta go meet this couple. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then every Sunday I would get, like, somebody, not a bad thing, but it was like I never ever got over to talk. It was probably 5 or 6 weeks before we even got a chance to talk.
And we just happened to invite another couple on that day. Well, actually, I think it was just a friend of mine of ours, and you ran up and, hey man, we gotta talk. And she was like, whoa, the pastor's talking right here next to me. And I'm like,
so funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty important.
Yeah, you're like, that's kind of interesting though how, because I've grown up in the Vineyard my whole life, so I can honestly say I've never ever experienced a pastor in that way. Like all my pastors were super accessible and I had never experienced it that way. But a lot of people who come here are always like, I was never able to talk to our pastor.
Right.
Like Dawn, my wife, her story is that she doesn't think that her pastor even knew her name after going there for like 15 years or something like that. Which maybe he did.
Right.
I don't even know my kids' names, so I'm like, I hope that I do know their name. Be very clear.
Yeah.
But I'm not great with names too. That's why name tags are so helpful.
Yeah, right.
So that's how you came to the Vineyard. That's cool. So what a couple of things I know you're passionate about Jesus. You're passionate about helping people. You want to see people experience God's love. I mean, there's a lot of different things. You came to our last men's breakfast and had 75 people with you from all over Northern California, which was cool. But like, what are some of your hobbies? Like, what if if somebody was wanting to get to know you more, what would be some important things to know about you?
Well, I love to fish. I don't like to eat fish. But Jody loves fish. She'll eat it. And
who's Jody, since we're talking about the most important parts of your life?
You know, the boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your chief employer?
Yeah, she's my better half. I'm very blessed. So, but yeah, so we got a patio boat. We go out on Shasta and we just troll along. You know, I know that's kind of probably cheating when it comes to fishing, but that's the only thing I really know.
Yeah, that's...
So,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, right?
I mean, as a fly fisherman, I'm judging you the entire time, but it's totally okay.
We used to mountain bike quite a bit, but we haven't done it for a while. We're an outdoor couple. We really love the outdoors and
cool.
go to God's creation and spend time and just get out of the house.
Camp? You guys camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we camp.
In campers or tents?
On the boat.
On the boat. That's
we're suffering out there. You know, got a full-size bed. You know, and then it's got the topper, and so we're roughing it pretty much.
That sounds. How are you surviving? I don't know how you survive. Well, you know, it's funny. We've lived here. We're going into our 8th year, I guess. And so we've done the houseboat thing once with some friends, which was really fun. But we hadn't done like the Lake Shasta middle of the summer thing. And last year we got a patio boat. Our whole family, we went out. And I was kind of like, that sounds so dumb. That sounds like a waste of money. Then we went and rented a patio boat. Went out, put up the flag, and just could swim wherever we wanted. Yeah. And I was like, this is amazing. Yeah. It's so nice. The water temperature was
perfect.
Incredible. Yeah, it was really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's cool. So those are the things that you enjoy. You know, so one of the questions that's I think been really fun to hear people answer that we've been asking everybody is, you know, what's something God's doing in your life right now? You know, because I think a lot of us, you've been following Jesus for a while now. A lot of us can look back and remember, like, oh yeah, you know, in 1980, whatever, the Lord saved me, or, you know, or maybe we had some, like, I have all these different stories I can think in different periods of my life where God did something really cool. But like, what's something recently that you feel like God's doing in your life right now?
Yeah, so I don't know about so recent, but it's been about three and a half years. We were in church, and a couple got up that were moving out of the area, and they were the leaders of the Celebrate Recovery group. So we, you know, we're back in the back pew, and you know, anyway, I could just feel Jody, you know, my wife. Hi, Jody.
Yeah.
I could just feel her saying, "That's us," right? And I'm over there going, "No, not me." And so, but I felt the nudge, like, you know, hey, yes, this is you. You can do that. You know, get out of your fear, get out of your comfort zone, and stand up for me. And so, you know, we talked on the way home, and then anyway, long story short, we've been doing Celebrate Recovery and Renting for about three and a half years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so, you know, we're kind of teaching ourselves and going through the books and the steps and all that stuff. And it's amazing what God can do when you put yourself out there and be vulnerable with others. And it's pretty powerful. I can't explain it because, I mean, I've got about 27 years of clean time, but I just want to put it out there. It's small percentage is drug and alcohol. It's about hurts, hang-ups, and habits. And so, and most Christians don't want to kind of put it out there that they're broken, and it's like we're all broken together. And so, it's just powerful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're kind of, in some ways, I guess we can let the cat out the bag. You know, we've been talking, praying, and are moving toward wanting to start another Celebrate Recovery here in Red Bluff.
Yeah.
You know, in our church community, since I've been here, we've always had a lot of people who are part of the, you know, substance abuse background, or whether it's AA or NA, or, you know, so it's, the more programs, the better. I'm at that point now where, you know, I hear different people, and it's cool too, because everybody has, anybody who's in recovery, it's like, oh, this was the organization that really helped me, and I walk away saying, hey, the more the better, because there's so many different challenges that people, you know, are facing, and alcohol and drugs are just some of the things that people use to alleviate that.
Absolutely.
But it's temporary.
Yes.
Right? So that's exciting. So that's kind of something in the future for us as a church, and it's going to be cool to see God do stuff in that.
I'm so excited. Yeah, it'll be great. So, and something else, so I started out 27 years ago in AA. That's where I went to try to get clean and sober. But it really, I mean, I was ready at the time to get clean and sober, but I didn't feel the Spirit, you know, and, you know, they understand God as, you know, your higher power, or whatever you want to call it. And and so when I learned about the Celebrate Recovery program, it was Christ-centered.
Yeah.
Everything centered
it's kind
around
of
Him.
The next step, it
Right.
seems like.
I mean, it's like, come to me and get healed. You know, give your cares to me.
Yeah.
And so that was, I can't explain it, because I fought it for 2-3 weeks at least, and it was like, okay, God, I surrender. And it was powerful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're excited about seeing what God's going to do too, and it's been really, I mean, having you and your wife and your friends, you know, in our community, in our church has been really great too. Gotten to know you more, and I'm super excited.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for taking the time to let all of us get to know you more. Maybe your wife will eventually do one of these. Maybe.
She might.
Oh, your wife's really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for sitting down. Let's eat some tacos.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks.